Hey everybody, SilverCat here with a new video. We're gonna be doing. It's a reacting video. It's a new series. Hope you guys enjoy. Um, yeah. I am wearing my new shirt. I will talk about that later. But hope you guys enjoy. I will be uploading very often lately, as you can see. Like I've been uploading day after day. But I will be uploading often. I don't know about the Free Gamers channel. I'm waiting for someone else to upload it. I'm trying to get into a routine, but I don't know yet. So we're gonna just have to figure it out as we go. So see you. And let's get into the video. Hello everybody, SilverCat here with another reaction video. I haven't done one of these in a little minute now, so we will be doing one of those. This is a top 10 most hilarious McDonald's place. Like, it's such a big title, I can't remember it. Okay, top 10 hilarious McDonald's play stories. Okay, so if you guys are ready, let's get into the video. I am wearing my I'm Not Lazy, I Just Enjoy Doing Nothing. Oh, whoops, sorry, my camera fell. It's like, it says, I'm not lazy, I just enjoy doing nothing. Hashtag lazy. That's gonna be the word of the day today. We're gonna start that. We're gonna pick out a word, and then we're just gonna put it up as a word of the day. So that's what I'm gonna be starting to do. So hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into the video. Oh wait, what? Oh.
All of the following stories are from the Ask Reddit post, McDonald's employees, what is the worst thing that has ever happened in the play place? Number 15. It started as a fairly average Monday morning. A couple of kids got into a small fight, but we usually don't step in unless it's anything serious. Anyway, it's getting kinda late and I only had an hour left.
Okay, for a second, that hair is so blonde that I thought she was ripping her skin off, but I realized that was hair.
Two kids got into a pretty big argument, lots of hair pulling, pushing, etc. I was feeling pretty tired that day, probably still hungover from the night before. Didn't really bother to do anything because it looked like their parents had noticed anyway. One of the kids was fairly older than the other one, and the mother of the younger kid was pretty pissed off that her kid was being bullied. The mother of the older kid was your typical lazy parent who doesn't give a shit about what their child is up to, and insisted it wasn't her problem. Now the mother of the younger kid looked extremely pissed off before they had even began to talk. I could visibly see her face growing redder and redder as each second passed. She told the other mom that she should bother to raise her kid properly, and said that her daughter should give her child an apology. The mother just shrugged it off and turned away. Apparently the mother of the younger girl didn't like that, because within seconds she grabbed her by the hair and slammed her face into one of the plastic slides. The rest of the kids simply watched in horror as the mother proceeds to push the woman headfirst into the ball pit while desperately trying to kick her in the head. The last thing I saw, she jumped up and tried to elbow drop.
Oh, oops, sorry guys. I was trying to.
Yeah, my aunt. She was like 40 at the time. I'm not really sure why she decided to go down the slide, but she did, and she didn't fit. They had to shut the play place down and call someone to pull her out. Number 12.
Wow.
I was a teenager, assumed 17 because I did reckless and stupid shit all the time when I was that age. Never anything really sinister though. Anyways, I was eating at the McDonald's off the 5 freeway in Carlsbad, back when it still had a play place. There was hardly anyone at that location at the time, and I had a group of friends that needed impressing, of course. The plan didn't come together until I was collecting our trash on our tray. The trash went into the bin, but the tray stayed with me. I ran into the play place squealing with excitement, my friends shouting questions at me as I disappeared into the structure. I'd like to point out that I was fully...
He says squealing and excitement, and all I see is some guy going. It's like just going up and someone going. Just like, and you're like, you just start walking away. You know? No.
size, so trying to touch as little as possible was difficult. The entire kitty mansion smelled of piss. That was okay though because I had made it to my destination, the swirly slide. With the tray in hand, I situated myself at the top of the ride like someone trying for the Jamaican bobsled team. I never really thought about what would happen. I just thought it's someday. 13 years ago.
Okay, guys, I just
Before I
skipped it
started,
because
a
that
kid
was
climbing
not
on top of
making
the
any sense.
equipment fell off and broke his arm. A photographer came to the store to take photographs of the equipment.
Okay, guys, this one is not as exciting as I thought it was. We were going to do another one. We're going to...
15. I work at Walmart. Horrible.
Okay, everybody, this is, a new video. Funny Walmart people stories. I'm hoping this is funnier, because, you know, Walmart is very funny. You can find a lot of funny people. I've seen a lot of funny people, so hoping we can get something good out of this. So let's see.
Job as an electronics sales associate. The other day, this man walked in between the ages of 65 to 70. He proceeds to walk up to me and says that he has a few questions. I tell him I'll answer his questions to the best of my ability. He walks me over to the external hard drive aisle and asks me if he can put pornography on this device. So instantly, I'm like, what the heck?
That guy's mentally retarded. You can't just do that. Like, I've never had a computer, so I don't know how to like instantly put something from a hard drive into a computer. But I don't know why this guy would like come up to someone and say, "Hey, can you can you fix my porn? Like, can you put porn on my computer immediately?" No, like, dude, just do it yourself. Lazy bum.
Hell, I'm trying to contain myself from not laughing because it's the strangest question a customer has ever asked me. So I act professional as I can, and proceed to answer him, telling him it was capable of holding any files he pleases to put on it. He then asks me if he can put about 1,000 hours of porn on one of them. Again, I'm trying not to laugh. I then told him his best bet would be a 2 terabyte external hard drive. For the next half an hour, he's still asking me questions until he guides me over to the laptop aisle. This is where I almost lose it. He says he has about 1,500 DVDs worth of porn that he wishes to play on a netbook he wishes to purchase. I stood there for a few seconds asking myself, what could someone possibly be doing with 15?
This guy, for one, he is a freaking porn addict. If you have this much porn, you got some major problems. Like, why would you even keep DVDs of porn? Like, one day you're gonna get a house inspection and be like, "Okay, I'd like to examine your house," and you're like, today's not the good time." Why? It's not that clean. Just goes up to go up to his room. Well, he looks around the house and he's like, "Oh, it's pretty clean. It's pretty clean." And then he goes up to the room and is like, "Oh, it's clean." And then they look at the bookshelf. Well, that's not clean. That's dirty. If I saw a video like that, I'd probably lose it. Like, I don't know what would you do with this huge bookcase of porn. Hey, props to the guy that did it, because if you see, it's color coded. Like, you got a green row, and then you got a red row, and you got a blue row. So it's color coded, so you got that.
100 DVDs of porn? How does someone even have that much time to download that many files? I start telling him that he would need an external disk drive to play the DVDs on the netbook, since it doesn't contain an optical drive. He then thanks me for the help and walks away and exits the store. And here I am wondering if the guy was just screwing with me or not. Once the guy left, I told one of my co-workers what the fuck just happened, and we both burst into laughter. Gotta love working at Walmart, where the weirdest people go. Number 14. This was roughly in August of 2007, before my unfortunate anniversary, and in the heat, there was a bit of a buzz in the air. Probably just the story model team, to be honest. Suddenly, and to my surprise, a rather rare request comes through. Which is your most expensive television? Yeah, I sell phones, but...
This is gonna be with those rich people, like, oh, if I don't have a bunch of, I don't want the cheap stuff. If I have to buy something, it has to be very expensive. Because if it's not expensive, I don't want it. Dude, the cheapest we got is like 1,000, and then you want the highest one that'll probably like 2 million. Not 2 million. It'd probably be like well, our TV was, so I'd probably say like 5,000, like $5,000 for a TV. That'd be
Nobody's
ridiculous.
lying. Right this way, ma'am. So we chit-chat for maybe 5 minutes, and she picks the 52-inch projection high-definition TV. Even though it's merely a projection TV, this is one heavy, unwieldy son of a bitch. I head to the back for a pallet jack.
I'm really hoping those girls aren't carrying it, because unless they've been lifting those weights, don't know how they're gonna pick that up.
A box TV. I head to the register, begin to cash her out, and I ask, "So, is your vehicle large enough to hold this?" "Oh, I'm not taking it home. We're just gonna return this up front as soon as we're done here." Well, you're a bitch, aren't you? I digress, yet again. Why, you ask, would someone go to Walmart, buy the biggest TV they have, and have the man willing to help you load it, take it only to the front desk for return? A manager happened by. Turns out this woman had already revealed her illicit plan. She had 2 money orders made out to some electric company and to a gas company that she wanted to cash at service desk. Due to money laundering concerns, Walmart doesn't just hand over $1,800 for money orders written for bills. She was attempting to cash these orders by way of the Walmart's rental agreement, what our electronics manager called the return policy. So manager stopped this potential fraud in the act and denied the transfer. She threatens to call the police because I want my money and you won't give me my money. Managers say, just a moment, and head for the electronics phone. Loss prevention shows up and she's slowly and steadily ushered away. All the while shouting, I want my money! Give me my money! She's pretty upset that her plan didn't work. So, probable money laundering attempt was thwarted that day. Police may have been involved, but I was laughing out sighs of relief that the tensest scrap I had dealt with was past. And I knew I had that story to tell. Number 13. Not my story, but my favorite co-worker of all time. Jason told me that one time he was helping a customer take a television, CRT type, out to her vehicle. He and another employee had put the TV in and pushed it up as far as it would go. The customer reached up and tried to shut the hatch. It bounced and started to open again. The customer
Okay, guys, I was kind of getting a little, like sidetracked, so I just started making weird faces.
reached up and tried again. By this time, the customer's husband was at the vehicle and suggested that maybe she try moving the TV before trying to shut the hatch again. Rather than heed his advice, the woman gave the hatch a mighty heave and the rear window exploded into innumerable pieces. The man looked at it and said, well, it's in there now. My friend covered his mouth and booked towards the store. He said he had never laughed so hard about someone else's misfortune in his life. Number 12. I was bagging groceries last night when a lady came through with a baby in a car seat in the basket of her cart. She had a lot of groceries that I'm assuming she'd had under and around the car seat. So when I bagged them, I was putting them back, under and around the car seat. I wasn't sure where else to put them if not there, right? It's not like I could put them on top of the baby, right? Well, as I'm placing stuff carefully under the baby's mum says, oh, hon, you can just put some of this stuff on top of him, and pats the canopy. The phrase,
What?
but ma'am, that's a baby, almost escapes me, but I choke it down, nod, and continue putting stuff under the baby, under the cart, in the seat of the cart, etc. At this point, the cashier, my favorite cashier, is trying and failing not to laugh at both the absurdity on a baby and my increasingly desperate attempts at finding places for bags. I got all but a bag of chips squared away, and there was just no more room. So as they walked away, I set the bag of chips on top of the car seat, turned back to the cashier and whispered in horror, I put the chips on the baby, which I believe is the most absurd thing I've said on the job so far. Number 11. I work as
Imagine this: you're working at somewhere, and then you're putting some groceries in someone's cart, and you just after that you just go, I put the chips on the baby. What that? It creeped me out. Just like I put the chips on the baby.
A big box
I don't-
retailer in the US.
It's just so
One that
weird.
is really flexible with its policies on such things as hair color and tattoos. Which is great since I've got some decently sized tattoos on my arms. Now, keep in mind that I live in Northeast Florida, which is very stereotypically southern in attitude. So, to live in this sort of area and to be female with a few tattoos is open season for snide remarks, which tends to get a whatever you do you sort of reaction from myself.
Okay. So, one, that is a large tattoo. And two, it's a nice tattoo. My mom, gets tattoos and I'm like, no, I don't want a tattoo. Tattoos are just not my thing.
But it gets better. I have bright purple hair. I love it, and all of my co-workers love it, which is great. I tend to get a few compliments from sweet older ladies, which I find adorable. But not this guy. He comes through my line and throws his things up onto my belt without a second look, as he's engrossed in his cell phone. I chirp at him some greeting with my best retail voice, and he finally looks up from his phone. He gives me a quick look over and gives me a glare. So I can only assume you're a meth. I laugh as I'm totally floored by this accusation, and I can't believe what I'm hearing. I finish picking up my jaw up off the floor and shake my head. No, not at all. Why would you even ask that? Well, people who aren't on drugs don't have that hair color for one, and secondly, only people who are on drugs have such visible tattoos. I mean, really, how did you even get a job here? Don't they drug test? I've never touched a hard drug in my life. Well, I don't believe that for a second. You should be ashamed of yourself, coming around here looking like that. Why don't you go back to where you came from and take your druggy friends with you? Now, I've lived here all of my life, and there's a bit of a drug problem in a large transient population. It's always been that way, and it's not likely to change anytime soon. Sir, like I said, I've never used any sort of drugs like that. Your total comes up to such and such number. I'm going to be using my card since I don't trust giving you any money. See, I know about you people on meth. Blue meth is like the best meth, right? I know about it. I saw it on TV. Did he just talk about Breaking Bad as if it was a documentary? I'm now laughing on the inside because he's got to be screwing with me, right? He slides his card through the reader and shakes his head again. Well, now that I know that this retailer doesn't drug test, I'm never coming here again. Who knows what could be in the things here? I'm going to be calling corporate about this store. This store has gone downhill so fast. I hand him his receipts and his items, and he practically runs out of the store. I turn to the lady behind him and shrug at her.
Okay, guys, that was the end of this video. I'm sorry I was kind of distracted. I was just, fidgeting around and I was still listening. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. I wasn't talking much. I was kind of just So yeah, guys. The word of the day is hashtag lazy. Hashtag I'm not lazy. If you guys enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys did enjoy, you probably if you enjoyed this video, you probably will enjoy Merksman Halo Gamer channels. Sorry guys, my tongue's all. Yeah, go check out Merksman and Halo Gamer. They're one of the best people I know that are YouTubers. Like, they're not the biggest famous ones, but they make pretty good videos. So go check them out. I'll even link in the description below. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. Silvercat signing out.